Hello, and welcome back to another random vibe check from source energy, from the universe, from the highest power, from the quantum field, from the supreme oneness of us all. This is a message that your subconscious is looking for. I'm going to be doing it just like I did last time. 3 different objects are going to be here on the screen. So go ahead and choose. Group 1 is an umbrella. Group 2 is like this Easter egg kind of thing. And group 3 is cherry blossoms. So whichever item is calling out to you, whichever group you choose is for your highest good. I use 3 tools within each group. And yeah, let's hop right into it. Let's start here with group 1. Welcome, group 1. I guess you were feeling the umbrella, or maybe you're going to watch all 3, which is amazing. I haven't done this in over a month, and I take in all these messages for myself. So the first tool is this highest power card deck. You can find all these tools at the very bottom of my description if you're interested in looking at these cards yourself. I painted little animals on them. They really have nothing to do with the cards, but as I make these videos, I do eliminate cards, so they're not going to be in this pile. I love all my videos, so go check them out. But we have these remaining cards left, so I'm going to close my eyes and pick group number 1's card here for y'all. And picking this card basically dictates our whole session. So I know I'm not shuffling like a professional, but you know what? The vibe is vibing here with this card. And I will zoom in so you guys can read it first, like always. Ooh. Okay, group 1, let's see what we have here today. Clarity. All right, here is our divine reminder, clarity. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. Oh my gosh, clarity. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways. I have literally been reminded of this message so many times in the past week. And just like watching educational videos on the quantum field and quantum thinking, and realizing that all of us humans are literally electronically connected through our brains, and our thoughts are not really our own thoughts. Like we don't have to say anything and we can still communicate, which is crazy. So you really, really do need to trust your instincts. I really do need to trust my instincts. Even when matters are clear, and definitely when they're unclear, your instincts are your number one tool and most reliable resource. And may my own holy intuition always guide the way. And this is the first time in these divine random vibe checks I want to do a quantum leap with you all. So each group is going to get a quantum leap, and we will do that at the end of the 3 tools. So we're kind of using 4 tools today, but please go look up, studies about this. This has been studied scientifically since the 1920s, quantum field and quantum thinking. And yeah, it's very, very interesting. And I hope here, group 1, you do just give more credit to your intuition. And let's move on to our second tool, which is one of my favorite books ever. It is based off of The Secret Book, The Secret Movie. It is called The Secret Daily Teachings. And I go in order for y'all, and usually most likely correlates to our card, and I hope it does. You're on page 78. And yeah, let's just get right into it. I love these little sayings, and we only need 1 each time because each page is so powerful that I'm moving my camera around like crazy. I just hope everything is still aligned by the time I'm done with this video. Yeah, so let's go ahead and read what we have here for us. Wow. Your advancement in mastering the law of attraction is based on learning and then practicing what works best for you. Every day you can see what you have been thinking through what is happening in your life. Your entire world is a movie showing you how you are going. You are not in the dark. You are getting feedback. Learning from the feedback, observe what comes to you easily and think about what you did for that thing to come easily. Know yourself and you will become a master of the law of attraction. Oh my gosh, this is so deep, and it's into the quantum thinking, quantum field, quantum science, and I wish I had the proper names of these scientists who I was listening to. But please search it for yourself. But literally, what it says here, every day you can see what you have been thinking through, what is happening in your life, and I'm still mind boggled by this, that literally what is happening in your brain, every single thing in your 3D life is a manifestation of the program in your brain. And I'm still trying to understand that. And it is 90% subconscious. That is why I've started also posting subliminals for when you're sleeping. And this is going kind of deep, because the only way to change your subconscious is when you're in the theta brainwave state. And that is like right before you fall asleep. It's kind of like a hypnotic state, but our life is literally a projection of what we were thinking, which is basically the law of attraction. And we have to practice the law of assumption to change our mindset. We have to be in the I am mindset. We cannot, if we're not feeling well, we can't say, I don't feel good, but I want to feel good. That is not the right affirmation. The correct affirmation is I feel good. I feel amazing. I feel healthy. And it's literally about practicing. And that is what these videos are about. And I should be making these videos every week because I need to be practicing. I need to be practicing these things. Know yourself and you will become a master of the law of attraction. And you can literally change what you know about yourself to become true. Group number 1, this is definitely clarity. I really do feel like this page has to do with clarity, following your instincts, and literally knowing yourself. This is our combo. Group number 3. I hope we're about halfway through. But yes, let me put a bookmark for our next group on my book here. And let's move on to tool number 3, which is kind of one of my favorite tools. It is an AI. It is developed by developers at universities like MIT and Carnegie Mellon. And it is a AI that has strict borders and walls. And these walls are set up by scholars from IKIM in Malaysia and Al-Azhar University, which is actually the first university in this world, in this universe, on this earth. And it is great information. And I do consider myself someone who practices and wants to be a mystic and loves mysticism. The most popular mystic we all know about is Rumi. He's kind of in our pop culture, but he is part of my religion and my religion's history, and we consider him a Sufi, which is a mystic within my religion. And so I love to choose a card with y'all and connect that to mysticism and even deeper advice from source energy. So let's get into it. I ask the same exact question to this AI every time, and this AI is called Akal. All right, you can find it just by Googling it. It's AQQAL. And the question here is, tell me about mysticism from the perspective of I'm so sorry, y'all. Tell me about mysticism. Tell me about clarity from the perspective of a mystic or a Sufi. And it is generating a response. So here we go. From a Sufi or mystical perspective, clarity is often understood as a state of inner illumination, where one perceives reality beyond the veils of illusion. It is linked to spiritual awakening and the purification of the heart, allowing one to see things as they truly are rather than as they appear to the ego or worldly perception. Just not reading this for a second, because we're literally in our heads all day. We're so in our heads. We're only using the front part of our brains all day. We don't really take in the actual reality of what is around us, and which is so important to manifestation, because if you're in your head all day, you're manifesting your thoughts that are eating you away instead of being present in the moment. But anyways, let's go see what this has to say from scholarly advice. Okay, 3 aspects of clarity in mysticism. Number 1, clarity as divine illumination. The Holy Book states, God is the light of the heavens and the earth. In Sufi thought, clarity is often seen as divine light that removes darkness from the heart. The closer one draws to God through remembrance, contemplation, and sincere devotion, the more the heart is illuminated with this light, enabling deeper understanding. Number 2, clarity through self-purification. The Sufi journey involves shedding the layers of ego that distort perception. Rumi, who I just mentioned, Rumi metaphorically describes this as Masnavi. Masnavi, never heard of that word. He says, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Clarity comes when spiritual impurities are removed, revealing innate disposition towards truth. Number 3, clarity as direct perception of reality. The great mystic Ibn Arabi speaks of Ayn al-Yaqeen, the eye of certainty, which is a level where one no longer relies on intellectual knowledge alone, but directly perceives divine truths. He states, when the eye is purified, it sees reality as it is without distortion. This form of clarity is beyond ordinary understanding. It is the witnessing of divine presence in all things. In practical terms, Sufis cultivate clarity through, and these are 5 bullet points: remembrance of God, spiritual vigilance, companionship of the wise, fasting and aesthetic. I don't know this word. I'm sorry, y'all. Fasting and ascetic. ASCTIC discipline. And number 5, love and devotion. In essence, clarity in Sufism is not just about intellectual understanding, but spiritual seeing, a luminous heart that perceives divine wisdom in all aspects of life. That is beautiful, y'all, and I hope that helped you see it from a little bit of a mystical perspective, just a little. And yeah, I would love to get into a little quantum leap with you all. I will also be participating in this quantum leap just so we can truly embrace our instincts. And I think that is so important. So if you do want to pause this video, because I would love for you to be in a very peaceful state, in a very grateful state. I mean, you can definitely get into that state within a few minutes. So if you just want to take a minute before we quantum leap, it is of course for your highest good. Take a second to just close your eyes and know that when you open your eyes, we will basically be on a different track of reality where we trust our instincts 100%. So when you are ready, close your eyes and let's get into it. So take in 3 deep breaths and feel these breaths from the bottom of your spine as you inhale, and hold your inhale until you feel it fill your brain. So do that 3 times. And as your eyes are closed, know that your consciousness is connected to all other consciousnesses in the world. All the animals, all the trees, all the plants, all the other humans, all the other beings. We are one consciousness in this field. We are exchanging energy, non-stop exchanging of energy. We would not exist if other elements of this world did not exist. And before there was language, before there were books, before there were words, before there were sounds that represented emotions, we were pure energy. We are pure energy. And we can communicate. We can communicate without using words. We can communicate just by being in the same room as somebody. We can communicate now with technology without being in the same room as somebody. We are constantly exchanging energy. And the most important energy is our own, protecting our own, and respecting our own energy by acknowledging it when it tells us something. So now we are trusting ourselves. And when we open our eyes, we are going to be in a new reality where we do not shut down our instincts, where we completely listen to it, when we know our inner guide is the only guide, is the best guide, because we are connected to source energy. There is no other reality that actually makes sense. This is the only reality that makes sense, and we will remind ourselves of this every single day. We are now 100% in tune with our intuition, and we will never, never deny it. No matter what other outside forces hint to us that we are wrong, we know it is not wrong. We know we are not wrong. We know our feelings are not wrong. We know that our thoughts about others, of what they're thinking about us, is not wrong. It cannot be wrong. Because those feelings and thoughts came from somewhere. And that is source energy giving us that information. And so, just like the beginning, we're going to take 3 deep breaths from the bottom of our spine, inhaling, holding, and exhaling once our head fills with that oxygen. After these 3 deep breaths, we'll open our eyes and complete the quantum leap into a new reality where we never, never doubt our intuition. And here we go with our 3 breaths. And when you're ready, open your eyes. That was so beautiful for me. I enjoyed that group number 1. How amazing. And our little treat, which I didn't even get to talk about, was a dolphin on the back of our card. That usually has nothing to do with it, but just imagine going through those clear waters of clarity, living in happiness as a dolphin maybe, or whatever. But I really enjoyed this session with you all. Feel free to watch the rest of the video, or you know what? Thank you for joining me either way. And yeah, moving on to group number 2. Hello, group number 2. Y'all were feeling the little egg. Why not? I had such a great session with group number 1, and I am totally so excited to get into this with you all. Group number 2, the first tool I use is these highest power deck of cards, which you can find at the very bottom of the description if you would like to buy them for yourselves, use them for yourselves every day. I used to use these every day. And now I just do them with y'all. I should be making these videos more often. But let me close my eyes and choose a card. I'm not the best shuffler, but I believe that whatever card we choose is the one meant for us. And it does dictate the rest of the video. So pretty exciting part right here. Okay, y'all, group number 2. Let's see what we have today. And you guys get to read the card before I do. What does it say? Oh my gosh. Striving. Striving. I feel like that's all I have been doing for the past 6 months is literally striving. I need this guidance. Let's get into it. Striving. Eventually, the individual ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. Eventually, the individual's ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Oh my gosh, I hope you resonate with this, because honestly, this is so hard to do. And I know that's literally, letting go is literally the key to the law of attraction. Literally the key to the law of assumption is letting go and understanding that the highest powers are working in your favor. But it is our ego. It is our ego that doesn't let it go, because we want to be in control, and we are in control, but the control is way easier than we make it out to be as humans. And group 1 was about clarity, and I just love how this part is like trusting openness to answers as they arise is literally just trusting your intuition. And that is so important. I feel like we need to learn how to do that just so much better than I am. And that is what the session is for. So group number 1, that was our card, striving. And I know I said we do 3 tools, but this session is kind of 4 tools because as we go through the next 2 tools, I can't wait to do a quantum leap with you all, a quantum leap mini meditation, which group one's was amazing, was completely amazing. So moving on to tool number 2, which is the secret daily teachings based off of the secret book or the secret movie. It is just daily teachings, and each page is one teaching. Each page is super powerful. And I just did page 78 with group number 1. So that means we're on page 79. And here you go. You can pause it if you would like so you could read it yourself. And I always take a gamble with that part. I don't even know if it focuses for y'all. So I really hope it did. Here we go. Our natural state of being is joy. It takes so much energy to think negative thoughts, to speak negative words, and to feel miserable. The easy path is good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Take the easy path. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is so random. I do go in order for the book, but the card is so random. Y'all could not have got a better combo here. Okay, group number 2. Like this striving, like this page answers what the striving card says. Our natural state of being is joy. It takes so much energy to think negative thoughts, to speak negative words, and to feel miserable. The easy path is good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Take the easy path. You don't need to strive. You don't need to make things happen. Make things happen feeling fall away, and trust in the divine highest power and move with flow, y'all. Group number 2. Oh, my little animal that I painted, I guess this is an insect or bug, is a bee. Go with the flow, be yourself, be in tune with the amazing power of this universe. I could not have asked for a better combo right there. Okay, y'all. That group number 2. Let's move on to tool number 3 here. And this tool is an AI which is developed by MIT, Carnegie Mellon, and some other universities, and the information fed into this AI is from scholars from universities like IKIM in Malaysia and Al-Azhar University, which is the first university on this earth with amazing, cool scholars. I just learned they're very, very strict there. Like, I wanted to kind of like maybe look into going there, but you have to like know all these languages. You have to like meet certain criteria anyways. I'm just glad we have this AI to learn from. It is called Akal. You can Google it for yourself, AQQAL. And I do consider myself kind of like a practicing mystic. I hope to be a real mystic one day. Our favorite mystic in pop culture is Rumi. There's a bunch of other ones. Rumi did come up in group 1 session. And so I ask the same question every single time, and it is based off of this card. So let's see. Let's ask the question here. Tell me about striving from the perspective of a Sufi or a mystic. It's just generating the response here. From a Sufi or a mystical perspective, striving is a spiritual effort one exerts to purify the soul and draw closer to God. The concept is central to Sufism and is often framed as an internal struggle against the lower self, which in Arabic is called nafs. Desires and which is an internal struggle against the lower self, desires and distractions that keep one away from divine proximity. basically what the card was saying, which is ego. So the three aspects of striving in Sufism or mysticism. Number one, struggle against the ego. Oh, there we go. Sufis believe that the greatest struggle is against one's own nafs, which is the lower self, which inclines toward worldly desires, arrogance, and the heedlessness of God. Through assess, this word was in group ones, y'all. I need to study my vocabulary. What is this word? I need to learn it, okay? It is spelled Asceticism. Asceticism? Through asceticism. I'm so sorry, y'all. Remembrance of God and self-discipline, a Sufi seeks to refine the soul and align it with divine will. Number two, persistence in worship and devotion. The path to spiritual enlightenment requires consistent effort in worship, such as prolonged prayers, fasting, seclusion, and meditative remembrance. Sufis emphasize perseverance in worship, even when faced with spiritual dryness or trials. Number three, love and annihilation in God. The highest form of striving to transcend one's ego and experience, I hope I'm saying this word right, annihilation in God, where individual loses self-consciousness and becomes fully immersed in divine presence. This leads to subsistence in God, where one continues living in the world but with complete submission and love for God. Metaphors and sayings in Sufi or mystic tradition. Rumi said, "Be like a river in generosity, like the sun in compassion, and like the night in covering others' faults." This reflects striving to embody divine attributes. The Sufi path is often compared to polishing a mirror. The heart must be cleansed of all impurities so it can reflect divine light clearly. That is so intense, y'all. So the three aspects of striving in mysticism: one, struggle against the ego; two, persistence in worship and devotion; and three, love and annihilation in God. So from these three tools, let's go ahead and get ready for our quantum leap. And if you would need to pause this video, because this part, I would suggest that you are in a peaceful mindset, you are in a gratitude mindset, take a few minutes, kind of let go of any possibilities. The goal of this quantum leap is to let go of the ego's drive to make things happen, to be more relaxed, and to really go with the flow. So once we come out of this, we will be on a new track in reality where we literally love going with the flow. So when you are ready, close your eyes, and I can't wait to quantum leap with you all. So to begin this straightening of path in our life path, to begin this quantum leap, please take 3 deep breaths in, starting from the bottom of your spine. Inhale until you fill your head with oxygen. Hold it and exhale, and do that 3 times. Now, here in this state, we acknowledge that we do have negative thoughts, that we may have negative feelings, but that is just our primal human instinct to help us survive. We think those feelings, but no, we don't need them. And as they come, we know we can actually we can actually think the complete opposite, and we can actually make that true. Whatever negative feelings arise in our lives, we will automatically be in the state where we can transform that into a positive thought, a positive outcome, a positive reasoning for maybe the worst things that happen in our 3D reality, knowing that everything is a course correction for our manifestations. Everything happens for a reason. And we will embrace it and we will go with the flow. Because our manifestations come true faster with gratefulness, and our subconscious thoughts come true no matter what. So there's really no point in fighting. There is no point in struggling. As we embrace everything that is negative, we thank these occurrences, these people, these happenings. And we cannot wait to experience the fruits of our labor of transforming these things into positive things. So thank yourself for being this powerful being. And know once you open your eyes, you will let yourself literally go with the flow. You will do activities and experiences that you enjoy, that expand your mind, that expand your heart, that expand your love for all things, knowing it's for your highest good. And once we take another 3 deep breaths like we did at the beginning, we know we have leaped, we have jumped, we have stepped into a new reality where going with the flow is so beautiful. We'll take another 3 deep breaths and then open our eyes. And open your eyes when you're ready. And you are ready and you are going with the flow and everything is so beautiful and amazing. Thank you so much, group 2. Feel free to watch group number 1's kind of related, kind of great, or continue to watch until group number 2, or I'll see you in another video. Either way, thank you so much for being a part of this experience with me. And yes, moving on to group number 3. Hello, everyone. Whoa, I've just done 2 quantum leaps. Yes, we are actually having 4 tools, not just 3. And to start off, well, welcome group number 3. You felt the cherry blossom. I am so interested and intrigued what this group needs to be reminded of, what I need to be reminded of. So let's just jump into it. I use this deck of cards and I'm going to close my eyes while I shuffle like an unprofessional here. But you can find these amazing high vibration deck of cards at the very bottom of the description. I love these so much. I painted little animals on the back just for fun. They don't really have anything to do with the card, but let's see. I'm going to choose from the middle. Here we go. What does it say? I have no idea, but you get to know before me. Because I'm going to zoom in here. Feel free to pause. What does it say? Oh my gosh. Y'all, what does it say? Money? I don't want to cry. I did not cry in these other sessions. Money, y'all. How are y'all feeling about money these days? Please put it down in the comments. I need to know how y'all feel about money and how y'all feel about money before and after this session. Let's get into it, y'all. This is probably the realest card I've picked out of the two sessions. I'm not real as in money is a very tangible thing, okay? The other two were beautiful sessions, but they were very, very internal. So let's go ahead and talk about money, y'all. Here we go. Money, y'all. Can you tell I'm from Texas? All right, money. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. Let's just take that in. All of my finances are now in divine order. For me to believe that, I'm sure for you to believe that, it is kind of scary. Whatever financial situation you are in, it is for a divine reason. Whether you are blessed with millions, hundreds of thousands, or whether you just have a few dollars, there is a divine reason, a divine order, and a spiritual meaning to the money abundance. And I am trying myself to completely understand that. And I'm sure if you have gone through some of my other videos from the past few months, like, I would not be here if my finances were not something I was thinking about. But to be honest, my life goal is to be so spiritually connected to the oneness of the universe that none of these material things even matter. And I've mentioned before that I used to practice this random card picking alone almost daily a few years ago, which really brought in abundance of all sorts. And I would love to feel like that again. And I do feel like that again often when I take a breath and in the present moment. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I don't need to cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. And I love how that description doesn't even, it says money, but it doesn't even like talk about money. It literally talks about having complete trust in the divine. All right, y'all, let's move on to tool number 2, which this is very specific. So tool number 2 is the daily teachings, which is basically based off of the secret book. This is the secret daily teachings. One page is a daily teaching. We are on page 80. So like daily teaching 80, I just did 78 and 79. And I wonder if this is going to connect to money at all, but you guys get to read it first. Oh my gosh. Let me zoom in. And feel free to pause. I really hope that it focused for y'all. But here we go. Ancient wisdom dating back thousands of years gave us the truth about gratitude. Every single religion speaks of giving thanks. All the sages and saviors of the world demonstrated the use of gratitude in all their teachings. The greatest human beings who have ever lived showed us the way with gratitude, and by their example became shining lights in our history. Surely this is why Einstein said, "Thank you" hundreds of times every single day. And I do believe money and gratitude and abundance are so connected, because nobody really wants money. They want the security that money brings. They want the tools that money brings. They want the freedom that money brings. No one is really after money, and to get what you want, you really just need to be grateful. And even within my religion, which kind of connects to tool number 3, in my religion, you are supposed to be so grateful, because there is so much to be grateful for. And if you just ask yourself the question just right now, like, just state 3 things you're grateful for what happened today or what happened yesterday, your whole body, your whole chemistry just changes. And just by asking yourself that question, right? And trust me, y'all, in the past few months, I've been in the trenches when it comes to money, when it comes to the materialistic, like, financing and finances of this world. What is that? Oh my gosh, sorry, y'all. It's getting distracted by this hair. But being grateful for so many people and occurrences that have saved me, which I would have never even known were there if I wasn't going through it. I am grateful, and I'm grateful that whatever happened brought me here to share these moments with you all. So that is tool number 2. And I'm actually going to be doing 4 tools with y'all. I know I usually do 3, but the 4th tool will be a mini meditation. It's going to be a full-on quantum leap for sure. I'm so excited for that. But let's do tool number 3 first, which is one of my favorite AIs called Akil. It is spelled AQ. Oh my gosh, let me look at it before I spell it wrong for y'all. It is spelled AQQAL, and it is developed by MIT, Carnegie Mellon, and some other places. And their information is has walls and borders from scholars from universities like IKIM in Malaysia, Al Azhar University, which is the first university ever that is based in. Where is it based in? Why do I always forget? I think it is based in Egypt. But these institutions are amazing, created this great AI. I do consider myself a student of mysticism. We all know who Rumi is. He is from my religion. He is considered a Sufi, a mystic. There are a lot of other great mystics, teachers throughout history. And this AI basically helps put all that information together. So I always ask the same question, and this is going to be a very interesting answer. I can just feel it about money. Money and mysticism. I don't think I don't think I've ever personally like thought about money in mysticism. Of course, I've thought about feeling abundant, feeling secure, feeling love, but I don't think I've directly thought about money. So let's see what it has to say. Tell me about money from the perspective of a Sufi or a mystic. All right. From a Sufi or a mystical perspective, money is seen as a tool rather than rather than an end in itself. It is neither inherently good nor bad. Rather, its value is determined by how it is acquired and used. Sufis emphasize detachment from material possessions and advocate for wealth to be a means of serving others rather than fostering greed or attachment to the worldly life. So there are 5 key Sufi perspectives on money they state here. Number 1, wealth as a trust. Money is viewed as responsibility given by God, and it should be used for righteous purposes, such as helping the poor, supporting religious causes, and fulfilling one's obligations. Number 2, detachment and oh my gosh, y'all, this word I'm about to try to say showed up in every single AI response for group number 1, group number 2, and now for group number 3. I need to learn this word, and I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say it correctly. Asceticism, I'm just going to spell it for you. Detachment and ASCETICISM. For every group, I've looked a little dumb because this word has come up and I don't know how to say it. And I will learn it by our next session, okay? Detachment and asceticism. True wealth, according to Sufis, is not in accumulating riches, but in being content with what one has. This does not necessarily mean rejecting money, but rather not letting it control one's heart. Number 3, purification through charity. Money should be used to purify the soul by giving to those in need. Hoarding wealth without using it for good is seen as spiritually harmful. Number 4, balance between this life and the hereafter. Some Sufi masters, such as Abdul Qadir Jilani and Imam al Ghazali, taught that while money can be pursued lawfully, it should never become an obsession. The heart should remain focused on God, not material wealth. Number 5, inner freedom from wealth. The true Sufi does not renounce wealth itself, but remains unattached to it. A famous saying is, have wealth in your hand, not in your heart. In essence, while Sufism does not forbid earning wealth, of course not, it teaches that money should serve a higher spiritual purpose and one should always remain inwardly free from its temptations. I mean, let's just review the 5 points really quickly. Number 1, wealth as a trust. Number 2, detachment from, detachment from riches in this world. Number 3, purification through charity. Number 4, balance between this world and the hereafter. And number 5, inner freedom from wealth. Yes, gaining as much money as you possibly can in this life is not a bad thing. as long as you do it lawfully, as long as you're not harming people in the process, and as long as you are giving charity and helping others. And my religion just went through a super spiritual month here, and I was at our religious, gathering, where they were fundraising, and some random lady just randomly gave $25,000 to the organization just so easily. And that's where I strive to be one day, if I ever get the chance just to give, just to see it happen right in front of me, is like, that could be me and that will be me, and I can't wait to be there. And talking about that, let's get into this quantum leap, y'all. Let's get into it, because we are aligning to the straight path in our reality, where money comes so easily, comes without a thought, and we use it for the highest good of all beings, for all consciousness, for our collective conscious. And I would recommend, if you need to, just pause this video before you get into it. So be in a calm area, be in a pretty positive headspace if you need to take a few minutes just to detach from your ego. Really know that you are able to quantum leap, know that you are able to adjust the track of your life, adjust abundance, and by the end of this quantum leap, you will be attracting money like it is air, like it is the air you breathe. And we will be so abundant for our highest good, not in a way of greed, not in a way of fearing, that we don't have enough, but knowing that the money is really there just to, as a tool to represent our manifestations in for our highest good. So let's get into it whenever you are ready. And please close your eyes with me. And to step into this amazing quantum leap, please take in 3 deep, meaningful, nutritious breaths. When you inhale, let it start from the bottom of your spine until it fills your head. And once it's in your head, hold it for as long as you can. And then exhale and do that 3 times. And while we are here, we realize, whether we like it or not, our subconscious did produce everything in our 3D world. Everything that we have, all the people around us. And out of all of these manifestations that we've already created, let's just take this moment to be grateful for our favorite things in our life. Whatever pops into your head, be so grateful and so thankful. And negative things may pop up too. Just know that we are able to learn from those things. But our recent favorite thing we ate, our recent favorite conversation, our recent favorite piece of entertainment, Thank the universe, the highest power, for these things. And know that we are able to multiply these amazing things and bring in more into our lives and more and more. And by having more, we are able to share more. We are able to give out more. In any financial trouble or roadblocks we have faced in the past were really, really the most amazing spiritual lessons. And the biggest spiritual lesson is we are able to actually manifest and accumulate as much as abundance as we need, and even more than we need or could imagine. It is so completely easy to fill our accounts. They are just numbers on screens or pieces of paper. We are able to accumulate this so easily because we are going to use this abundance for the highest good of ourselves, for our families, for our friends, for our communities, for the world. Every single penny, dime, dollar, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars that we give out, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times more, comes back to us. And that is law. And we are not scared of giving out because we know the law is we will get back more. And that is the law. And by the end of this meditation, by the end when we open our eyes, we are in a new altered reality. And there will be, of course, reflections of our past reality in this new reality. But we know we do not have to worry. We do not have to worry about this tool. Money is just a tool. Money is just a bridge. We do not have to because we are so grateful for the much bigger things in life. Money comes in easily to facilitate our relationships, to facilitate our home, to facilitate our wellness, to facilitate all the real things we want. We thank the divine, we thank God, we thank source energy for this amazing flow, this endless flow. We realize money is also a reflection of love. So we thank the divine for this endless love. And we accept all sources this love comes from. Any random source that this money comes from, we accept it and we use it for our highest good. So let's take another 3 deep breaths like we did at the beginning of this meditation. And once we are done with these 3 amazing deep breaths, open your eyes to this new beautiful reality. And whenever you're ready, please open your eyes. Thank you so much, Group 3. That was so enlightening. And I'm so excited to be here with y'all in this world of an endless flow of abundance towards us. I can feel it. I am so excited, actually. I'm so excited to finally just let go of all these, negative vibes around money, which is so unnecessary. So unnecessary. What is meant for us is coming towards us has our name on it. And I'm just excited. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you have time, go watch group number 1, group number 2, or I'll see you in my next video. And yeah, I don't really have much to say other than I basically did 3 quantum leaps with y'all. Very intense, very beautiful. And I'm just so grateful for this opportunity. So grateful. And I will see you in my next videos. Feel free to check out my channel, all the links in the description. I honestly don't even want to end this video, but I will see you in the next ones. Bye. Bye, y'all.